Hey guys, so this is my follow-up on the video of how to update your system, your Uconnect system. I think we updated it to 17.11.07, was it? It's the newest update. But I had some problems with my backup camera after I did that, and it was washed out. The picture was washed out. So I wanted to share this with you because if you have that problem, I found the fix. I had 2 phone calls this morning with Uconnect, and they had no clue, and they advised me not to do what I'm getting ready to show you what I did. But if you there's 2 ways you can do it, but I found out that there's a really simple way, and I'm assuming your vehicle will be the same way. By the way, this is a 8.4AN radio. So if you go into this is the new setup. Everything's working fine. It boots up fine. It's got a beautiful picture of the world on the front. It takes a few minutes to do it though after you reset. What I'm getting ready to do after this diatribe that I'm giving you right now is that to do a factory reset on the radio to straighten out that backup camera. And you can get to it different ways, but control is one of them. Settings. Oh, sorry about that. You gotta have it in run. Okay, so we're in run. One of the things that I noticed, and when I talked to them, they wasn't aware of this apparently. It just goes to show you how sometimes you just got to bite the bullet and take some risk, I guess, which was probably a pretty big risk on this. But if you go into your system information, you can see we got the 17.11.07. Everything's fine there. But look what's down at the bottom. Reset to factory default. Now Uconnect doesn't even know it's there, apparently, because I mentioned to them about the engineer, what they call the engineer setup, which not many people know about that, and I'm getting ready to show you how to do that. The simple way to do it, although you don't need to if you've got this reset to factory default already on your menu, but let's say that you don't and you want to reset it to factory default. Now I'm not recommending this because Uconnect says don't screw with it. Go see your dealer. Well, I'm not going to go see my dealer over an update that they screwed up. At least until I have to. But anyway, what you do, and you can't see me doing it, but trust me, just on your up and down arrow for your air conditioner to increase the cold or hot, there's a red and there's a blue arrow. Press them both and hold them. I'll turn my AC off. Okay, there's the engineer setup. Notice it says right here, engineer menu. And then it's got some different things in it, and I would not screw with them. But there's reset to factory right there. There's also, I think, a radio reset. But you know, if you're brave and you want to do it, that's up to you. The reset to factory default, that's what straightened out my backup camera. it was all washed out and messed up. And at first, I'm going to get out of it, but at first, my menu would come up with SRT on it, and it said Uconnect, but it wasn't the typical RAM menu. And I left it sit outside for about an hour or so and came back and checked it, and apparently it straightens itself out over time. I don't know if it's doing that through the cellular network or what's happening, but it is happening. And I'll put my believe me, if you have a backup camera issue, you'll know it. But there's my backup camera. You can't appreciate it through this camera lens, but it's just as good or better as it ever was. So I wanted to pass that on to you because the update is not exactly what they say it is in some cases. Now maybe it's just me and my truck, but I've snooped around the internet and it looks like there's other people that's had this problem. So this will fix it. At least it fixed mine, but it was against what Uconnect had told me to do. They told me don't do it, take your truck to the dealer. And I told them, well, the thing was working perfect before I put your update through it. And you know, they said, well, one of the things this update was supposed to fix was some of the newer truck with the backup cargo cameras, I think it was. But anyway, I wanted to kind of clear this up, or at least let you know what I found out about it. Everything's perfect now. Now, right after I did the update, I noticed the nav was in the main menu here. It wasn't down here. If you notice right here, it says press and hold icon to drag to menu bar. So you can drag that in, but I didn't have to do that. I just waited, let my truck sit out in the open where the satellite and the cell network can get to it. I didn't put it in the garage. And I came back, and this is exactly what it looked like. I didn't touch anything. So, and as you can see, this is a pretty drastic update. My radio, I ended up having all kind of crazy stuff up here. I don't know where these came from. These Elvis, and I don't even know what MLBRA is. So you're gonna, once you do this, if you do it, you're gonna have to go through and make some changes. But I think it's all in all, it's gonna be worth it. There's also another arrow right here that you can see, and there's another way to get to settings. This travel link is kind of interesting. You got fuel prices. I don't know how they come up with that. I don't know how accurate it is. But just to show you some of the different views that they've put in here. Sirius XM traffic. I wonder if I have that. Not really. I don't know what that is. But there's your favorites. Weather. See what the weather says. Lafayette, New Iberia, 69. It's a beautiful day today. Movie listings. Wow. Okay, this is our theaters here in Lafayette and this area. So this is all new. I'm not gonna run through it all, but that's all new on this update. So the backup camera thing did scare me, but I've overcome it, despite what the folks at Uconnect told me to do. So, it's up to you, kind of on your own with that. But that's what I did, and it worked. And if you have backup camera problems after, first look in your menu, because like I said, if you go to your setup menu, and which I did, and the system information, and I looked at it last night, and I didn't think about scrolling down, so I don't know if this was here or not. But it said reset to factory default. So I figure if Uconnect had the balls to put reset to factory default right here where everybody can get to it, I got the balls to press the button and see what happens. So that's what I did. It worked out beautifully, actually. I got a nice beautiful screen now and an update, so I'm happy, and I'm going to go ahead and order the GPS update, and we'll go from there. So appreciate you watching and listening to this. Adios.